Too much internet.
And welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Too Much Internet podcast. We're here a month later, or maybe more than a month later. I think it's almost like 2 months later. 2 months later since we last recorded. It is Christmas Dia, the day after Noche Buena. It's like,
oh god,
it's like Dia. It's like good day now because last night was Noche Buena, so now it's day good. It's like good day. What's like the good? You know, Jesus wasn't born today, right? And people think Jesus was born today. Let me just say that real quick. I forgot.
You're trying to anger the Christians. Why are you doing this?
Yo, I forgot, bro. And I think y'all reminded me, and y'all were like, you know, Jesus wasn't born today. I'm like, no, I know, but like, they're like, yeah, they moved his birthday. I'm like, yo, they moved his birthday again? These Christians are bugging. But no, it is Christmas.
Only in 2020.
Only in 2020 would Jesus' birthday move again. And yet people will still not wear masks. But that being said, welcome to your weekly dose of the strange internet addiction. My name is Eddin. That is Karina. This is Hector. And yeah, here we are back again. Torn into pieces. Can't deny, can't pretend. But I just thought you were the one.
Is that a song?
Yes. Able to see the tears I cry behind these hazel eyes.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Kelly Clarkson. What happened to her? Am I right?
Isn't she like a judge in American Idol or something?
Probably. I thought she had her own show. I thought she had a Kelly Clarkson show. Kelly Clarkson?
She's doing stuff.
Like, I feel like I'm starting to realize how all these... Okay, first of all, let me just say something real quick before we go into our normal topics, right? For the day. I'm realizing we're getting old. The oldness is hitting me in more of
You're
like...
just realizing that?
Like, it's not, I don't feel old. My body doesn't really feel old. There's a lot of stuff we can still do after this shit is over. But really looking to the actual throwbacks, I'm not talking about like 90s, 80s. I'm talking about like 2000s shit. I'm like, yo, a lot of these people are washed.
Washed.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
I don't think Justin Timberlake is gonna come out with another album. Like, you know, like that makes me sad to think.
You don't think so? I think so.
No, bro. Like, I think Man in the Woods is just right there, and that's it. No more. Not anymore.
Oh,
good albums.
He came out with that.
Yeah, you forgot about that, right? I did too. I only remember the name because it's trash. But like, after 2020 experience, after Sexy
Man in the Woods, yeah.
you know who came out with an album?
What happened?
You know who came out with an album though?
Who?
Eminem.
Another one? I'm not gonna listen to that.
There's a fire song that I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Hector would say there's a fire song by Eminem in 2020. What song is it?
Are you a big Eminem fan, Hector?
No. But you know, I can recognize the skill levels that he has.
Yeah, he's like I think someone said like the only reason they can't fuck with Eminem is because he's a white rapper, so they want to like hype him, and I could see that.
He's earned his credit. He's earned it.
His switch between albums and like comedy album and then like OD sad albums is kind of fire. I like that. Like trapped, like not trapped in the closet. What's it called? That's Kelly.
Remember Trapped in the Closet?
What talk about that, man?
No, I did actually watch Trapped in the Closet the other day though, and I'm just like, dang, he really made like a whole thing, and he was like touching girls, and then like people were still like cool with this. Trapped in the Closet is a weird like concept. Y'all know what it is, right? It's basically just it's R. Kelly singing, right? It's like mad parts. There's up to like 50 parts now, right? But it just essentially starts off with him with a girl, and then that woman is actually a wife to a pastor, and then that pastor is gay, and like it escalates and escalates and escalates, and there's just more and more parts. But and then there's a midget, and then like all of it.
Wait. So like full disclosure, I have that on DVD.
Oh, word, Trapped in the Closet? Wow, you gave R. Kelly money?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. RCA Records was like,
I was a naive 13-year-old.
You didn't know better though. I don't think a lot of people knew better. Like it was it was oddly normalized.
Oh yeah, I didn't know anything. It's like this music.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm not gonna pretend I couldn't wait till like 2 a.m. to hit ignition at the bar. I'm not gonna pretend I never played his music. Will I play it now? Absolutely not. Like,
no.
Absolutely not. It's a really good song. Yes. This is where,
unfortunately,
to ignition.
No, you see, look how he's singing it. Like,
you're giving him money. You can't.
I can't.
Stop.
Yeah, see that? That's R. Kelly in his car, ready to go to you right now. He's like, yeah, sing that song. It's about hop out, pee on you. That's the part where it's weird. He peed. Let's be real here.
Not on me.
If we're gonna talk about how good ignition is, we gotta have to talk about how he peed on Child. Like, that's the reality of it.
Like, he ain't gonna be on me.
I don't know, Hector. What's your price, bro?
Get peed on?
Yeah, like a golden shower, which is a horrible name, by the way.
On my face kind of thing?
I mean, by the point it's on your face, it's like, okay, you know, when you pee, like it's like goes, and then when it starts slowing down, it just like kind of drops, so it's gonna hit your body, right? So like it starts in your face and drips down. How much money would that be?
No.
There's no price for you for getting peed on.
No.
No price.
No,
it's no price. No.
If someone had like 500,000 cash.
No. 500,000 cash?
Yeah. Like whatever they're holding in their bladder is what you're enduring in terms of time. Which depending on, I don't know about y'all, my bladder is like pretty big. I think y'all have been on a phone call with me where I'm peeing and that shit goes on for a long, like if you ever wanted like room tone, Hector, we would get a good room tone of my piss, bro. For y'all who don't know what room tone is like when you do film at the end of the taping with the sound of the lights and everything like that around, you get room tone just because like you want like an atmosphere for when you go edit. It just helps it out a lot. Yeah, so how much money?
It just fills out the audio.
Yeah, it fills out the audio. So there's no like random like cuts and then you could tell like it's
say no. Right.
Come on, Hector.
Yeah.
Cash.
No tax.
Say pass.
No tax.
Say
I'm not gonna
pass.
lie. The no tax is like where you're like, damn, no tax.
No tax.
Full money, yeah, cash, American, real money.
I'd have to take $1 million.
Okay, I think that's fair.
$1 million. I think for anything really, $1 million will do. Have you ever put like that kind of like scenario where it's like, what's some shit you do? How much money? $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
It's like getting peed on is so different from like slapping a baby. Would you slap a baby for $1 million?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, at least he's honest.
I'm not hurting the baby. I'm just. Is it like a
no.
Yeah,
You gotta slap the baby.
Can I give the baby a couple money after I slap it? I'll open up a college fund for the baby after I slap it. So
if you so choose to, then
that's
yes.
up to you.
Right, exactly.
I'll clear my conscience by opening up a college account for the baby.
That's fair. Yeah, well, yeah.
We're both gonna be winning, so you know.
It's like you went to Harvard, but you got the shit slapped out of you when you were like 1.
That's life, baby. That's life.
I mean, it's either they're gonna get slapped now or later. Yeah, they have to. I mean, imagine like you got slapped for 5, like for maybe like, how much money would you give him?
How much would a college fund would be at Harvard?
A lot.
I'm gonna give me a number.
You got at least.
I think it's like either 50 or 60.
Huh? $60?
50 or 60 though. Yeah.
It's nothing. $1 million is a lot.
All right, Harvard 4 years of tuition. Okay, it's like 46. On average, it's like almost 50. On average, yeah, 50,000. No, 50 euros. Like, yeah,
shut the fuck up.
50 doll hairs. Yeah, about on average, it's like 50,000, and I don't know if that really counts.
I'll make a call of 100,000 for the baby.
Damn, that baby gets a tenth of your.
No, if I'm gonna be winning, he's gonna win or she's gonna win.
Now,
too.
if that baby wants a dorm, it's about 70,000.
That's still fine.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Time out. Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
A year?
Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, so 100,000 would be 100,000 would be set if they're not dorming. Yeah, it's 46,000. It's 47,000 on average a year.
A year. Not for the 4 years. I was like, yeah, wait, hold up.
No, yeah, there's no wait.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine you would have $200,000? There's tons of Americans that like graduate from like, let's say like Syracuse or Harvard, and like all of them have like $200,000 in debt and might not even be doing what they're doing.
Yeah, we're debt free.
So now I'll
speak for ourselves, right, Karina? Low five right here. Bow, 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 bow. All the way, Karina. All the way, Karina.
Oh, this way?
Yeah, there you go. Yo, we were doing a dance a second though. I was like, it was almost working out. You can see it on YouTube because we're still on there. Anyways, so that being said, we're back. We took like a hiatus. We had mad shit that was going on. Your boy got corona. So that was fun. Your boy got corona.
Don't tell you.
Yeah, I got the long story short, I got the Rona. Right? I went to the hospital. They were like, yo, you want this like liquid from the blood that has like the antibodies? I was like, yeah, bet. And then they gave it to me. And then that same night, my symptoms worsened like 20,000 times. And since we're on the TMI podcast, here are my symptoms. I had a really bad cough. At one point, like I was literally on the toilet while having diarrhea and vomiting and a nosebleed. And
you're like coughing up diarrhea?
Yeah, I was coughing up diarrhea and then I was vomiting out my ass. Yeah, Corona's weird, bro. Corona's weird. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It's the same thing.
But we're back here. I'm healthy now, thankfully. It's been over a month. So look, I mean, I got my Thanksgiving was absolutely ruined, but Christmas is here, so here's the gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys, Karina? What have you been doing?
Christmas miracle.
I don't know if I mentioned it in the last podcast, but like I got a new job.
Yeah,
hey.
A bitch employed.
Yay.
Where are you working at, Karina?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but let's say at a dog store where they sell dog shit.
You know what? That's a good point. You shouldn't maybe say where. Yes, a dog store. You work at a dog store.
Yes, and I'm gonna be a dog trainer.
Yeah, she's gonna be a dog trainer. Dog trainer Karina in full effect. What about you, Hector? What have you been up to?
Still organize ours.
Is it working? So I mean, that's not a bad still.
Nothing new.
You could be you could have been a month later. You could have been like fired from Zara's or let go from Zara's, because that's the reality of this situation still with the Rona. A lot of people are getting dropped.
Very true.
That's crazy. To lose your job during these times.
Oh, 100%. I mean, can you imagine? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, man. And then the government wants to give us $600. That works, right?
I mean,
that's an upfront for like
I don't think
for the rest of the year.
Oh, you don't think they're gonna give us money? Period.
No, because Trump is not signing it, and unless they veto it and like pass it through again, like the government's gonna shut down.
So first of all, I think this is a political stunt, because apparently Donald Trump wants to give he's like, yo, we want to, he wants to. We're like, yo, he wants to like, we should give them $2K, right? And then, mind you, only $2K one time. It's not like $2K a month. He's just giving $2K, period.
Yeah, it's
right?
check.
Period.
Period. Because there's other countries apparently, and I don't know if y'all can confirm this. Apparently, that they get like at least 1,000 in USD a month. Right, to help out each person.
Yeah, I've seen that other governments have given plenty of more money during these times than we have.
But we live in a capitalistic society. Yeah. So the man himself, the multimillionaire Donald Trump, wants to give us $2,000, but he's apparently pardoning really shitty people. So that's kind of a cover up. One of y'all know better than I do. This is just stuff that I kind of just see on passing.
He pardoned. I was reading right now actually before we started.
He pardoned. What did he do?
He pardoned some people that covered for him during his investigations, and then he pardoned these 4 there's like something small. These 4 security officers, or these 4 security men that apparently had killed like a couple of Iraq, like I don't know if it was Iraqi.
Probably like prisoners or some shit like that, or I don't know.
It was Iraqi men. I don't know.
They killed people. Period.
They killed some innocent people.
It was illegal,
but they're Iraqi. But
yeah. So he pardoned people who killed people illegally, because the only legal way is to be a police officer or in the army, or I guess like what's that terminology? Where it's not in this state. Stand your ground. That's I guess a Nollywood. But regardless of all that, he's doing all that shit. I guess they won't come into agreement, even though he's trying to barge on that. Look good for when he comes for re-election. But I feel like we're gonna just get the 600. It's kind of sad, but it's the reality of the situation. Yeah, I rather. It's like when Trump got elected. I rather have thought. I was thinking more than for the next 4 years after he got elected. I was like, oh, he's gonna probably just get reelected again. I rather think the worst, hope for the best, and then see what happens than to like have my fucking expectations absolutely diminished, and then I don't have 2,000 dollars.
Be that the government just shuts down.
Is that the worst? Why is that the worst?
Because we get nothing.
That's true, and then there's no funds.
We have to wait for the next government, the next group of people to come in.
Right, and then there's no government assistance. All these things are shut down. I think Karina's frozen. It's so funny.
Is she?
Yeah. 5, like, y'all know this? Oh, there she goes.
She dropped.
A few minutes ago, it was really funny when we first started recording. I was like, yo, take your camera off HD. Oh, there you go. I think she's kind of back. Yeah, you're back now, buddy. Hi. Okay, no, not really. She was like, yo, look, my Wi-Fi isn't that bad anymore right now. And then that's just back to being terrible. That's okay, though. But yeah, so we'll just keep talking until she comes back.
I think it's like
I don't even know what you just said. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not even
gonna lie to you. I don't even know what you just said. If you can hear us though, and if you want to connect to your phone, that's fine too. I'll just accept you, man, fast. It'll probably be easier than trying to do this, and people understand. It's been a month. Everything's not perfect. But yeah, like it's weird. Like I feel like. The government will probably shut down. I have a quote unquote connect who was like, yo, the likelihood is that there's going to be like a 2-week lockdown in New York. That's obviously not like nationwide, but like a 2-week lockdown in New York is interesting. All these.
Now, what does that mean?
Oh, and yo, do me a favor, buddy. Change your microphone to the USB microphone because it changed to like. I don't know.
Laptop.
I think it changed to like your laptop or your AirPods. It's not a big deal. Everyone knows what we're doing. Everyone knows we're on Zoom. Everyone knows we're here, back a month later. Make sure you subscribe to all the platforms that we're on while Karina is fixing her shit because we're not perfect. Go on SoundCloud and Spotify and iTunes and Google and Amazon and on YouTube. Subscribe. We still haven't reached 100 subscribers, and I'm disappointed with you guys because I thought we would do it even though we're a month away, and none of you told us that you liked our videos, but we're back.
Don't cry about it.
Right? It's a Christmas miracle.
Better?
That is way better. You sound amazing.
Okay, great.
Love your voice.
So yeah, all that was to go from talk about lockdown. Now I kind of feel like I want to ask you this real quick. oh yeah, my bad. I forgot that. I can't even move my head. Hey, so y'all know about the vaccine. I would love to say that I have enough time to go do this, but I would love to play a flashback of when we were recording in Loudspeaker Studios, and I was like, "Yo, guys, is COVID still a thing?" Boy, was I you were
very wrong.
Understandably, because this shit hadn't hit us yet. Like, you're not gonna. It's like God, right? It's like mad people want to believe in God, but no one can see God or see things He can do because this shit is just kind of like God works in mysterious ways.
I mean, we definitely saw it though. It was still like
I saw numbers on a website. I ain't see shit until lockdown happened. Then I saw everything happen, and until your boy got one, a coronavirus L. I took an L. It's 0-1 with coronavirus right now.
You took the biggest L.
I mean, is it the biggest L because I didn't die? I feel like an L would be dying.
All right, you took an L.
You're blessed.
It's a draw because I didn't die, but motherfucker got me, bro. You had me shitting out my mouth and vomiting out my ass.
Damn, son.
With a nosebleed.
It's crazy.
I can't change the nosebleed to somewhere else. Like what? Eye bleed? I guess that would kind of be excessive. Like Corona kicked my ass. But that being said, there's vaccines. There's 2 different vaccines going on right now. There's the Pfizer, right? Is that correct? One of y'all.
I think it's Pfizer.
There's a Pfizer and Moderna. Yeah, I always kept saying it wrong because I said Pfizer. Pfizer.
That reminds me
I could be wrong too. I don't know.
That reminds me of the Missy Elliott song.
What's the Missy Elliott song?
Damn it!
Take your time.
Take your time. Find it. But that being said, here's a little couple facts about the vaccine. It's not going to cause you to test positive if you go do the test. A couple of side effects are like pain, fever, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain. Do any of those side effects particularly make y'all feel like scared?
I feel like any medication that you take has those side effects.
Has a risk of those. Like I feel like some other medicine that we've seen on the
like
TV.
those commercials, you be like with people like running happily across the field, and they're like, "Oh, might cause death." I'm just like, okay.
They're fucking holding their dog like happily, but it's really just death. Like, what else? Oh yeah, so there's a particular order that people are gonna get it. But before I even tell you about that, there's a difference between the vaccine when it comes to coronavirus right now from both of those companies in comparison to like let's say like the flu vaccine. So this was done. This is like a mRNA vaccine compared to a regular vaccine. I have like a little chart. Yeah, that I got from breakthroughs.com. So let's say, a conventional vaccine, most of them are against viral diseases. So instead of a piece of the disease or of the virus being in the vaccine to then your immune system to combat it, instead of that happening, I think what happens is that with the NRA one, a small so the genes of the virus, right, are used for like testing and sequencing, but when they actually give it to you, they so the NRA is injected into the body, enters cells where it provides instructions. So I guess somehow we give, well, the DNA is kind of code. It's like code, DNA and NRA code. So I guess the vaccine gives instructions to produce antigens. Then the cell then presents the antigens to the immune system, prompting the T. It does then what the immune system will do, which is like understand that and be like, all right, I bet we got prepared for that shit, instead of giving you an actual piece of the army of the virus and then you prepare with a bigger army. I don't know if that works out. At the end of the day, they're two different vaccines. Y'all can Google it. We're not scientists. We're idiots. So think about it like that. This is the order of how people will get it, right? It'll be healthcare workers first. Then it's assisted living facilities. Then it's essential workers. Then it's seniors. Then it's people with weak immune systems. Then it's the general public. But if there's a proper timeline from now, which is Christmas Day, to when we're going to get it as a general public, that won't be until like maybe May or June. So we have a lot of time between now and then to see how people will react. I think 6 months is a lot of time, especially when I think next week is when most of the politicians that have taken the vaccine already will have to go take their second dose. And that's where shit is going to get real, where we know like, all right, cool, what's that going to do? Now, there's just been a debate of like, are people going to take it? Should you take it? Should you not take it?
Yeah.
That makes me want to ask you guys, would you take the vaccine? Yes or no? Just from now.
Taking it right now?
Yeah. Well, now, you see, I can't ask you if you would take it now because you don't know shit. And that's fair. So this is a super hypothetical. Let's say in 6 months, if it seems like normal, right? I guess
in the 6 months, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't think so.
It's over for me. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, and that's fair. Because what I was going to say is like, I understand the fear after the 6 months is like, what are the actual long-term effects? Because I got COVID.
Present until years later.
Till way later. Because the fear for me is like, what are the effects after this vaccine in long term? But also now for me, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I'm like, oh shit, what's COVID maybe gonna do to me in the long run? Because luckily I went through it. I don't got it. I got antibodies for a couple months. Cool. But we never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, like people getting palsy and shit like that.
Son,
yeah.
I mean, it's not conspiracy theory. They got Bell's palsy, which is like a temporary paralysis.
So is that a thing? So that's a real thing that's going on.
Some people actually went through it. That's why it wasn't conspiracy, but it was a thing that. But it, like I said, kind of like.
Is it that what I saw was like the thing was it was like a row of people and like people's faces are like that. Is that
it's like temporary loss of like a side of their face?
Oh, because of COVID?
Yeah, because of the vaccine. The vaccine.
The vaccine. Got it.
Fuck. I was gonna say something. I forgot.
Do you know how that happens, or like what's like the rarity of it?
Your body reacts to things the way they react. Some people they'll be fine, some people not.
Am I wrong to think that that's natural? That some people, yeah, exactly. It's like what you said. Some people will react to something like that well, and then other people won't.
Yeah,
that's enough to. I feel like people are just scared, and I think that's fair.
Right. It's the fear of the unknown. You're like, I don't know what this thing is going to happen. Right. This thing inside my body is going to do to my body. So
I would want to put something foreign inside my body and have it affect me in the long term. Like when I could have avoided it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. In that case,
conspiracies have like grown exponentially throughout this time.
Yeah, that part I don't like. I feel like a lot of people are making weight. I feel like it's like, I mean, I don't know. Did we all watch the social dilemma?
Dilemma, yeah.
So it's like at one point your computer or the cookies and the cache starts just only feeding you that stuff that you've been looking at. And that's what it's like. That's how people got convinced that the earth was flat, because at one point all they were consuming
is flat earth conspiracies. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I could only imagine how bad that could be with just coronavirus in general, where like anti-maskers were I could see where anti-maskers are kind of like probably also being fed that info. Where, but you're like literally pulling a piece of cloth or paper with a filter.
Yeah, it's really not.
But it's
not affecting you in the long term.
It's because they think they're having their rights taken away from them, and I kind of get that. Like, oh, now you're making me wear a mask, but it's just like, well, yeah, this is an exceptional case that you guys are just being, in my opinion, a bit ignorant about. This is a really special case. No one in 2019, December 2019, could have imagined that, sadly, in the United States, we'd reach over like millions of cases of coronavirus, a virus that I don't know if it originally came from China or where it came from, but it came from somewhere. And then we got hit OD hard. We're still getting hit. Now, every continent officially this week, because I think Antarctica just got hit with their first case of the virus. Every continent has been hit. Antarctica. Just got hit. Antarctica? Yeah, there's people in. You don't think there's people in? You don't think there's people in Antarctica?
Nice.
People still live there.
People are there.
Ooh.
People, I don't know.
I don't know.
Antarcticans?
I guess researchers. Yeah, I guess
there's researchers, but there's no actual country in Antarctica. There's no actual people living there.
It's a continent.
People live in
ice.
Antarctica is known for being the highest, driest, coldest, windiest continent on Earth. Although there is no native Antarcticans or no permanent residents or citizens of Antarctica, many people do live in Antarctica each year. So it's still recognized as a. I mean, it's like what you said. Researchers.
Snow.
Nah, that's wild.
No one's been apparently only like about 11 people have been born. As known from like 2000 since 1978 have actually been born there. Yeah. So yeah,
people live there. Hector.
Yeah. It's just still recognized as a continent, and that for the fact that there's people there, and then someone might have got. So imagine you only have like 20 people in Antarctica, right?
And the whole continent, and someone gets it. And
you got the whole continent, unless they're probably spread out. But you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They probably didn't have any cases
they all
there.
Live in like close confinements because
they all have, which is even worse than. Yeah, they all probably got it. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's all still fun. It's the funny part to me is just I'm one of probably hundreds of thousands that are probably like, yo, is this still a thing? But like I asked y'all that probably in January or December. But people are still asking that
earlier this year. Yeah.
People are still asking now.
Like, what's still a thing?
Yeah, like I don't really care. I've seen a couple people
down south.
Oh yeah, and or even in like Atlanta or anything like that. People don't care. Texas, I've been watching like the Canelo fights. I saw Tyson didn't have people, but the Canelo fight definitely had mad people in there, and they don't care. The Triple G fight,
like it's so sad. We're such like individualistic society here in the US that we don't care to like band together for the greater good of just like not getting people sick and people not dying.
It's like what you said. Yeah, we're in a super capitalistic society this economy got to be stimulated, which is even why those checks come out. But like people still got to live. There's ways to go around it because I can't. I would like to assume that these places still follow some sort of regulation and testing, rapid tests, and all that. And you know, you have people wearing their masks, but that's not enough. You can't be having people in confined places. But I mean, that's the reality of this country that we fucking live in, to be honest with you.
We can still get the economy stimulated because people still do like online shopping. And if the government just gave us like weekly or monthly money, then that would still be stimulated in some way. So I don't see like what's the problem of just like.
I think places in the West are kind of fucked. That's where like a big chunk is being demolished because a lot, like let's say here in New York, we build up. You know, so, you know, it's small apartments. Don't let it twist it. But we build up and we could fit so many people here. And which is why cases here are so high. And it's really tough because there's just so many people overall.
We're congested. Yeah.
Yeah. We have so many people. So clearly wherever there's so many people, it's going to get really fucking bad. I don't know. I feel like if anyone gets to work at home, that's a blessing. If you got a job, that's a blessing. But if you don't got a job, this is tough, yo. This is OD tough. You can only get unemployment for so long, realistically.
It ends if they don't pass anything. It ends tomorrow.
Unemployment? Mm-hmm. Like, oh shit. So see, because that was the bill, right? That's the bill. It was a bill particularly like to kind of like alleviate like the conditions of why and coronavirus is a good enough, quote unquote, not excuse, a good enough reason to have like unemployment. Yeah. See, well, I feel like this is where people are gonna have to make a decision. Y'all including us, either stay inside or like go outside and work, but follow really hard regulations, which I don't even think are that hard. I've taken the train. I've gone to the grocery store. There's ways to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You can wear a mask, wear the mask the whole time.
Just wear a fucking mask.
And don't be close to people.
Nose. Yeah.
Bro, we saw Hector for his birthday, right? And around that time, I basically had the I had the virus when I was with y'all. Yeah. I had it. There's no way that because I had just gotten tested on Monday and my shit came out negative, right? So, but it was a false negative.
You did a rapid test, right?
I did a rapid test, which in my opinion, real quick, I'm not gonna josh anybody who goes get tested and then like they get skeptical of testing because there's people. If you want to go do a rapid test, go. But I low key don't think it's actually accurate. I would do that 2-3 days.
I mean, they said it's not 100% accurate. You know, there's some faulties which you fell into.
Yeah, damn, you just called me a faulty. You heard that?
You are a faulty.
Yo, she called me a faulty.
You're a phony.
Look at you, faulty. Why I gotta be fat? Yo, we went from me having corona to being a fat coronavirus patient. Wow. Holy shit. No, that's good. Yeah, like, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Testing.
Oh, rapid testing. Go ahead.
Yeah, rapid tested. Yeah, go get tested. Like I literally got tested. My shit came out basically false negative, and it took a minute for me to get that shit. And then next thing I know, I was like, you know what? Like, are you guys cool with it? They were like, yeah. You guys were like, yeah, it's cool. I still kept my distance.
We thought you were negative, so everything was okay.
But I still kept my. But I'm glad. I'm so glad I kept my mask on.
You're distant.
I made sure I moved from y'all. And Hector's room is type big, right? Not even that big, realistically. It's not like huge, but it gave us.
It's like a good.
I don't think we were 6 feet away from each other.
No.
At one point, we were touching
like
toes.
3.
We were touching toes at one point. Everyone.
There was a reason, but like.
What was the reason we were touching toes?
What was the reason? I wasn't there.
The substance that we took.
Oh yeah, we were drinking. We were drinking a lot, and we just drank a lot.
Yeah, and then we were just being stupid, and then we were touching toes.
No, I think toe touching was just from you. And then I was like, I can't. I was like, damn, I can't leave it alone. And we touched toes, and then it worked out.
This is when I left the room, right?
Yeah, it was literally for like 15 seconds.
You went to the bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, for like 15 seconds, and we were like, yo, Hector's not here, let's touch toes. I think I literally probably said that, actually. I probably literally said, Hector's not here, we all got our shoes off, but socks on, let's touch toes. I don't know why.
Let's touch toes, yeah.
And Willie was there. Shout out to Willie. But yeah, like no one got the corona from y'all. My girl didn't get it, and she sleeps in the same bed with me. Like
mask off.
Mask off. Yeah.
Mask on.
Yeah. Imagine I'm like, all right, good night. That I would understand if you can't breathe properly. But yeah, virus is weird. But with the virus came along mad shit. People were watching. Everybody is apparently crying with the ending of The Mandalorian. I haven't even finished season 1. What's other shit that came out? People are watching The Boys. It didn't just come out, but The Boys has been popular. Yeah,
The Boys
on Amazon.
The Boys.
What's another popular thing that's come out?
Selena.
You know, Karina, in the next few weeks in the Latino community, as you dance, Karina, we're gonna have to learn, or we're gonna have to teach you how to extend questions before amping up and getting to the topic.
Oh, sorry.
We were gonna record last week, right?
I can understand Karina's like, oh, this is my cue.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, look, I can't. I'm not joshing you for trying because you did, and you were like, oh, I know what he's going. We read this in the notes.
I legit forgot. I legit thought you forgot. Like, what else is going down the list?
I'm like looking at this shit constantly. I don't think you're seeing my eyes. I'm like, loads. But okay, what are other shows though? We're gonna talk about Selena if you guys didn't figure that out. But what are other shows that came out? You would know, Karina. You binge watch like a motherfucker.
I haven't been able to watch a lot. I'm literally working all the time.
That's fair. It's hard. Yeah. I mean, I hit you up yesterday, and this dude was watching anime, but he looked like he was like this watching anime. Like dying. I'm like, yo, go to bed. He was like, nah.
No, I have to
watch this anime, dog.
With your eyes closed.
Yeah, bro. He was dead falling asleep.
I have to take my time because it's like it's either I don't want to be working and sleeping. I hate that. I was in that mode. I was working at the shelter. I don't want to go back to that. I want to, have time for me. So
right, that's fair.
Some time.
I think especially in the way of dealing with coronavirus, you at least have not to have have one full day off, but then one day gotta be about like you doing your own personal shit, your errands, like your hair. Wow, I haven't said that moment. Your hair, because look at Karina, she got the day to do it. See,
yesterday I had a busy day. I had all my errands to do, and then.
You need it. I think Americans do need. I mean, that's what the weekends is for. But like, I mean, you work week. Oh no, you don't. You do work weekends though.
It depends.
Hector?
Oh, me?
Either of you.
I don't work Sundays. I don't work Sundays as a family.
But you work Saturday.
Yeah, I work Saturdays every now and then.
But you get 2 days off, I guess.
No, I'm getting 2 days off.
Okay. Well, you see what I'm saying. So, I'm sure maybe you're.
No, I'm getting like 2 days off.
You're going back to adjusting that. Obviously, seasonal is harder for both of y'all, especially because you're both retail. But at least 2 days, 2 days is like to help you maybe do something for your self growth, and then to just kind of like rejuvenate and just relax or catch up on some shit. Like it's normal. I feel like people really gotta hone on to that, especially like people are trying to rush more shit because it's the virus. It's hard. But that being said, yes, I applaud you now. Now I applaud you as a person who had a kind of like, I couldn't do shit when I was recovering. So I watched Watchmen in 2 days from HBO and the movie in 2 days, which was like, that is the hardest thing for me. It's only like 8 episodes as an amateur, but like for her, that was just like, yo, that's a day. That's one show. That's one show for Karina that day. That's just one show that she's been watching.
Episodes?
Yeah, it's one season she's been watching.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Now, so what are other shows? I mean, like, I'm curious what y'all been watching because I haven't really been watching no new shit except for what we're going to talk about.
I'm watching that anime, honestly.
Anime? Okay. What anime? We have anime fans. That's all my otakus.
Promised Neverland. I don't hear that one.
Is that like a Michael Jackson like anime?
Yep. Yep. It's pretty much these kids. They're like these kids. They're like in an orphanage kind of thing, and they're raised to like be the top of the and be the best in like in physical and education. Like they're just raised like their brain is raised to be like amazing, and you come to find out that they're in a. Well, I don't know. Spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe Karina would watch it. I don't give a fuck. I would just say
maybe maybe our fans want to watch it. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say you could give a spoiler warning, but I don't know. Karina would probably want to watch it. So
it's a good surprise, Karina. Watch it because it's like whoa, it's like what the fuck. And
that's good. That's a good little cliffhanger right there. Okay. So what about you, Karina? What have you been watching that's not?
I actually haven't been watching anything as of lately. I've just been playing my Switch.
Karina, you want to give out your friend codes to people?
I bought a new game last night.
Oh, really? Me too. Oh,
Which
so
one did you buy?
yesterday for Christmas, my mom bought me 2 games, and I felt like I was 12 years ago. 12 years
When
old
you were 12
again.
years old?
Oh, that's cute. That's
Yeah, I was
cute.
like,
What'd she get you?
She got me.
How'd she know you didn't have those?
Oh, because she so we're adults now. She's like, oh, what do you want? So I told her.
That's fair.
Yeah. She's like, what do you want? I'm like,
use.
either get me like a vinyl record player or like
Record
games.
player.
Yeah, record player or
You
games.
should have got a vinyl.
You
That's
still
dope.
haven't got. Well, first of all, I get
I
the
don't have a
games.
vinyl player.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised you still don't have a vinyl
should've-
player.
You should have gotten a vinyl player.
I mean, you could get I feel like that's probably better for you to get yourself because I think you would want a particular one.
I do want a particular one.
True.
Yeah.
Right. So I get the games are easier, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm still with Hector. Like I'm surprised you didn't get a vinyl player.
Yeah.
I'll get it too.
What
One day.
what were the games?
So she got me the Mario trilogy that's like 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And then she got me
Oh, that's really dope.
A Crash Bandicoot racing game, which I told to return.
Oh wow. You don't like
return?
you don't like
Why?
Crash Team Racing? That shit's fire, bro.
I mean, racing's okay, but I would rather get like the actual single player
Actual
game.
That's fair. So what did you get?
Yeah.
Did you
You don't
get?
care for racing like that?
Do you know
Yeah.
what you would exchange that for instead?
For the 3 games in 1 trilogy thing.
So she bought you 2 games and then
So
she
she
bought
bought-
you 1 game and then you returned it and you got the trilogy.
No, so she bought me the 2 games and I'm gonna return it.
You're gonna
Someday.
return the Crash Team Racing,
Yeah.
and buy the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Right, correct.
Oh, I thought you
okay.
had that already. But okay,
I
I'm
don't.
bugging. Okay,
She
cool.
has
That's
a
dope.
file.
Our gift receipt's so nice.
Yeah.
It's the reality
Wait,
of
so
gift season.
You're buying all these solid games? I mean, solid copies?
She
Physical
bought me the
copies?
solid copy
Oh, okay.
because she's like, oh, I want to give her as a present,
so.
surprise her, and
Yeah, that's
it's not a
cute.
surprise.
That's really
And
nice. I mean, she wrapped it.
She did.
She's better than me. I didn't wrap any gift I gave this year.
You're wild.
That y'all love the environment. Gift wrapping is
It's really
killing
bad.
the environment. Gift wrapping is terrible.
I reused, so.
That's fair. I'd rather use gift bags because someone will definitely use that gift bag.
Reuse it. Yeah.
You can't reuse the wrapping paper. I'll show y'all one gift I got for my girl. It was the saddest gift because I opened it in front of everybody and I didn't know what it was. I mean, it makes this sound.
This is a gift you got from your girl.
It makes that sound. So
Is that a
imagine I
vibrator?
open this in front of
A
everybody.
vibrator?
So imagine I open this in front of everybody, not in front of my girl, but in front of my family, right? But
you
that
got
being
for
said,
her?
she got me a Manscaped lawnmower. And if that wasn't a way to tell me that I need to shave my face and my balls, I don't know what is.
You need to let me that because I need a shave.
Get your own. Anyways, you think I'm gonna shave my balls with this and give this to you? You would use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. That being said, I was like, "Oh, you got me a sponsorship with Manscaped?" And she's like, "No, I just bought you the thing." I was like, "Thanks." You don't know me at all. Fuck, how do we get to gifts? Oh, right. Yeah. So you haven't been you've been playing your Switch,
I've been playing. Yeah.
right? So, but to
I
bring
also
it back
bought
to
a game.
the streaming shit, is there any show you've really caught on to in the last month?
The only thing I've watched recently is The Boys. That's
It's
it.
fire, huh? They have two.
Boys.
They have 3 seasons. 2 seasons.
I have 2 seasons.
Two
One
seasons.
just came
On
out.
Amazon.
Yeah.
What came back on?
Attack on Titan.
I saw like half of season 1 and then that's it.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
The
I'm sorry.
final season's on and it's.
It's sad to say that I have access to basically almost every
Every
popular
streaming and
streaming,
you don't watch anything.
and I don't watch anything. I mainly get it so then I could
do
share.
too.
I'm not gonna lie. Like my sister got the Netflix. I got Amazon. We buy cable, so we got HBO.
Yo, HBO Max is gonna come in clutch. By the way,
OD. They got all the films coming out.
yeah,
All the films.
just you
Coming
can't
up.
go to the movies yet.
You could use my HBO Max, Hector. I was using Karina's until like now. I
No,
can finally log
use- I use Willie's Hulu account.
You got HBO Max?
No,
he
but
got
that's not-
money?
oh, but you got HBO?
He pays for HBO.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, he got money.
Yeah, HBO Max is first of all, they got mad
Netflix,
awesome
so yeah.
original. Oh yeah, see that works out.
We need to change.
That works out.
My other cousin's Crunchyroll. So I have it.
People still use Crunchyroll.
Of course. Where do you watch Attack on Titan?
Free ads.
I thought. Well, most of these
It's
locations
Hulu.
actually Hulu. Ad free. Yeah, Hulu. But I thought Hulu has like Attack on Titan. So does HBO. HBO Max
It
has
does.
mad anime. Mad
Does
anime.
it?
Yes.
It does.
Oh.
I saw that. I was like, wow, I can't wait to not watch this. Like, I knew I was gonna watch it. I was just like, wow, but they have mad anime though. They have mad good originals though. That Watchmen shit that I watched was fire. It was pretty fire. Yeah, I was.
It's out, right? I have to
Yeah,
watch that.
been out. Only that one season, which is nice to know because then I don't have to think about another season and then get the anxiety of like, fuck, I have to watch this whole thing. None of y'all watched Mandalorian, right?
No.
I finished.
Oh, you watched it. Okay, don't say what happens
Fire.
because I'll probably watch it today because I actually have time today.
Fire.
Was it that sad?
Nah.
I know one of the spoilers because everybody just had to post that one spoiler, which was somebody came back or somebody was there that was important.
Bro,
Don't say it.
If you see it and then you come to realize that when you finish it, we'll talk about it. But it's like
You don't like it's what? What was it?
It's like pa qué?
Like why would you spoil it, or why would you put him in there or her in there or them in there?
It's cool. It's
Gotcha.
cool, but it's like it all just like there. You know what happens later on.
I thought that was. I thought Mandalorian takes place 5 years after.
It's before
After
this new trilogy.
It's before the new trilogy, but it takes like 5 years after.
It's after.
It's
the last.
that's not. This is not a spoiler, but that's not Baby Yoda. I don't know if y'all knew that already.
No, that's not Baby Yoda.
That's not really a spoiler. It's not Baby
It's
Yoda.
actual Yoda.
Yoda's dead by
It's
that
from
point.
the same species. But
Yeah, it's the same species, but it's not Baby Yoda. That's not a spoiler only because you should know by then. You should know now that. I mean,
it's not Baby Yoda.
No, because it doesn't take. It doesn't take place. It doesn't. It's already known.
It's after the sixth movie.
After Return of the Jedi. It's like 5 years after Return of the Jedi. That's fine. But in the description of the thing, they let you know this is 5 years after the original trilogy, which is 4, 5, 6. So it's not a big spoiler. But yes, I gotta watch that because apparently shit is sad. I don't know if it's an hour each episode. How do y'all have enough time for this shit, bro? Like I can't.
watch it.
It's hard. I mean, I couldn't really do shit when I had Rona. Like fatigue was terrible. I couldn't play video games. Shout out to Cyberpunk. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, like I was like, yeah, I'll watch Watchmen because I remember one of y'all recommended it to me, probably Karina. But then I was like, oh, I got HBO Max. And then yeah. Anyways, Selena came out, and the reason why I want to talk about Selena is because we're Latino. Anyways, but Selena came out. I still haven't completed it. I've only been up to episode 4, but there's very mixed reviews. Susie Crabgrass, if you guys watched Ned's The Classified School Survivor Guide, that shit slapped when I was a child. Shout out to Nickelodeon. Is Selena.
Yes.
I think from the first 4 episodes I've watched, and shout out to the 3rd episode, which was my favorite. I think from there right now is pretty fire because it kind of goes into just their youth really and their growth of how Selena came about and the band came and Selena and the Dinos came about and shit like that.
Recording.
And then shout out to Hector's father. Is that Hector's father? Is he there? Yeah. Tell him Merry Crima.
Merry Christmas, man.
No, Merry Crima.
No, Merry Crima.
Yeah, see, he said it. It's Crima. It's not Christmas. It's Crima.
Grima.
Merry Crima. It's like we say El Viro. We don't say El Virus.
He's just showing me something now.
Yeah, let him show you something.
No.
Oh, I love when parents walk in and they're like, yo, do I look good in this? And then you're like, yeah. See, look.
He's looking at the fire.
Oh, it's a fire. It does look like he's looking at the fire.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that shit.
Wow.
I don't know what he's looking at. Oh, is that a nano? I used to have one of those joints.
No.
Those were fire.
Cute.
They would sell an accessory that you could wear them as a watch, and that's basically the Apple Watch. Straight up.
Apple was like, wait.
And when I had those shits, I was like, yo, this is lit. No, that shit, I fucked with that shit OD hard. I want to hear this conversation. And you guys are here with us, so while you're here with us, make sure you subscribe to us on all streaming platforms, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, on YouTube, and Está en la Puerta. Yo, they never do it. Oh, he did it? Yeah, see, yo, they never close the fucking door, bro. Yo, Karina, don't you hate when they don't close your door?
Oh yeah, especially when having a door.
The part with the door, it's like, where is it?
Yeah, totally. Close it all the time.
Oh yeah, Selena. Oh yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool so far. I'll definitely still keep watching it. I'm gonna finish it. I think it is cool that they did a series, and that being said, Karina absolutely hates it.
I don't hate it.
Do you hate it like start to finish, or do you just hate what it became afterwards?
What it became afterwards.
Like what it became as it progressed. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Not afterwards.
Yes.
And there's no spoiler.
What became as it progressed?
There's no real
the
spoiler.
Show itself, or
We know.
the amount of like exploitation on Selena in her life.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. It's mainly my main problem. So when I first learned about it, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. But then I like thought about it more, and I was like, this is like really exploiting, I guess, in a way, her death. Like, it was cool. It was just a movie. The movie was great, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But then
Absolutely a classic.
Knockout performance. But then the makeup line came out, and then this Netflix series came out, and I don't know if they're having other shit coming out under her name, but like
The makeup came out from your word. She's not coming back out. Like, realistically, like the Mac came out with a fucking palette for Selena. Yeah, I get that part. That's where Karina and I had a conversation when we were talking about the notes and shit, and that was the thing she said to me. I'm like, I get that. Like, her state, which is honestly like her family. Her state is her family, and it's her brother and sister who also produced or executively produced the TV series as well as the movie. So I saw a cool tweet that I think I shared with y'all, or told you particularly, Karina, where someone was like, yo, if they executively produced the movie, why didn't you like kind of make a, like, not better than the movie, but why didn't you make it good or even better than what it is now? So I get that, but I figure that they have more so in charge of the story, not really how the story is told, even in writing. So it's like, I
understand that.
Like, you made a point where you said, like, like, things look a little almost too perfect in a sense, even though like you could only imagine. It's like Britney Spears, right? Britney Spears is like, well, first of all, in my opinion, she looks not horrible right now in terms of visual, but like shit that's been going on for her is horrible, which is just like her father's in charge of her, and what she does, which is wild. Because apparently she's not mentally capable, which I'm not that surprised because
they're keeping her like that, bro. Yeah,
they're keeping her like that. And it's so fucked up because they're basically like, I can't imagine the royalties that she still gets from her music. Her shit pops, lucky slaps, but
explain the shit out of her too.
OD. So it's like you could only imagine what were some like gripes that she dealt with as a child, as a teen, and especially as an adult before all that shit went down. Then she sadly passed, or she got sadly murdered. That would have been interesting. I just don't think they ever want to put.
No,
she's already dead.
Forever keep that clean image of her, which is like, I mean, that's fine, but like,
she's such a strong representation for Mexican Americans that it's just like, yo, let's have one super clean figure up to her actual murder, and I think that's what it is. And I get that, but then the fact that it's like the morals go out the window because clearly they're making money off of this. I think the makeup is not necessary, but I get a movie and a TV show. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
But not like a whole makeup line of just
makeup line is just like, I mean, but I guess she was into fashion, so I understood the clothes. If they because she had her own fashion line at one point, right?
She wanted to make her own like clothing line.
Oh, that sucks.
So I guess in a way, I kind of see like it would be honoring her. Yeah, I would see that, but like,
but there's money being there's money. There's no way to properly honor her.
This money taints that, honestly, for me.
And I get that. I think that's absolutely fair, especially if you're a fan. And obviously, her death is sad, and like I can believe that she was just such a bubbly, like a great representation overall. And you can only imagine how much she had to deal with to even just keep that going. You know?
Give me 1 second. My computer's about to die.
Absolutely. Please take your second. But Hector, you didn't watch it at all.
I've never been like around the hype of Selena.
Even though you were dating a Mexican American woman for over 10 years.
Selena wasn't big for her either.
Interesting. Okay.
That wasn't like a. I mean, we respected Selena, we love Selena, or whatever. But it's like
Same.
I never really cared.
I'm not like the biggest Selena fan, but I get it and I understand the representation and I think that's cool. A Netflix series is interesting because I feel like I had a feeling people were gonna be like, well, first of all, this ain't J-Lo. They're gonna be tight. J-Lo does look way more. If you look at look it up real quick. If you look at and that goes for you guys at home too. If you look up the difference between how close J-Lo looked like to Selena and then like how Susie Crabgrass looks like to Selena, it's
not Susie Crabgrass.
I know it's not, but that is Susie Crabgrass to me. She was cute to me when I was a child. When I was a child, I was like, oh, Susie Crabgrass can get it. You know.
Her name is Susan. Her name is I almost read the actual character. What the fuck's her name? Christian Serratos.
Yeah, Susie Crabgrass, who's also Mexican American, by the way. I didn't know that. Which
also Mexican American?
Yeah, she's also Mexican American, which makes me happier.
Makes sense. Like this is a much more closer representation to Selena
then
then
J-Lo, because J-Lo is Puerto Rican. Yeah, it's like J-Lo does look way more like her, and it's funny because I was looking at J-Lo, like I watched a clip of the movie. I'm like, yo, did they like give her a particular eye makeup to make her eyes smaller? Because Selena's eyes were small, but Susie Crabgrass's eyes aren't small like Selena's. I don't know if you looked. If you look at comparison photos, I'm sure there's like a comparison photo of like actual Selena, J-Lo, and whatever this chick's name is.
Right now.
It's like it's there's a huge difference.
Which one's Selena? No,
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot different, but at the end of the day, I get where Karina's coming from. It's just like you don't need to make way more money on Selena. That's just how this country works, or just how it works when it comes to the industry. It's just like money has to be used.
Money family.
Is it a greed of family? Because it's like
his dad keeps exploiting her, bro.
Is that a thing? Does he?
He's the one that he controls her estate, doesn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know that.
What, Selena's estate?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't. What would be the right thing to do? Just don't do anything. Let her dead. Let her be dead. Right.
Oh, is it?
I guess that's the right thing to do.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because you don't see that with other like pop figures where they come out with like a makeup line and all this other stuff.
If Gaga passed and her family wants to make a Gaga movie, would you let it happen?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
See, but like, you know what I mean? But then that's money.
But that's what I meant. What I meant.
Because we know that throughout her life, her dad was trying to just take advantage of her.
Gaga?
Popularity. Oh, no, I'm talking about Selena. Comparing Selena to Gaga, you could be okay with like Gaga's family.
You think her father was? I don't know much of like actual Selena's past. I just know movies and shows. So was her father like even more so
like
like
control her career? I think if I remember, because I wasn't really paying attention like that. But
I mean, she like perspired and like grew to be one of the biggest Mexican American piano singers.
Yeah.
Is that really for that result? Is that really a horrible thing in comparison to like Jackson 5, where like this dude really like beat the shit out of these kids and like really like abused them? That's where I'm kind of like that part. But I get what you mean. Like comparing the two is different. But then Karina, what were you gonna say when I'm like, oh, like, because I said if Gaga passed and then her family, I guess the murder just what makes it absolutely different? What makes a difference? Okay, two artists are passed, Gaga and Selena. Obviously, Selena, they made a movie and a TV show, right? Let's say Gaga, they made a movie.
Okay.
Would you still think that's fucked up?
No, because she was in the way.
Like, make it the same exact scenario, but just put Gaga in there. But obviously, Selena was murdered. This is where I could understand, like, it's more sensitive. Like, I get that part. Yeah.
I feel like it's the extent of like what they're putting out under her name. If they're like putting out like all this other shit just besides like your standard like movie, then yeah, I would see that as exploitation.
We didn't need the series.
I mean, the series is.
We didn't need it though. We had the movie. The movie was good, depending on the person. The movie was good. We didn't need makeup. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, and that if it's like, yo, we didn't need the series. Yeah, I agree with that. We didn't need the series. If it was great, I feel like nobody would be complaining. I feel like no one would care.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was great, but that's hard, bro. It's a Netflix series. Like everything's very subjective now. Like people have their own opinions, but it's just like when something slaps, it slaps. Like Selena the series is not Mandalorian. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's no Baby Yoda. If they toss Baby Yoda in the Selena series, I think it'd be kind of good.
I guess so. I don't know. It's just a problem with like casting too. It just looks weird.
Oh, like a series in production wise, like you think it's terrible?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
They could have done more work on it.
They could have just had the movie and then called it a day. Realistically, because like you don't have to have a you don't have to have another series. You don't have to have a makeup line. But then that's where like I understand that it is truly exploiting. It's exploiting her. It's using her death for money. Okay, cool. Moving on real quick. 2021's coming literally in less than 7 days. Real fast questions, and I'll go down the line.
God. Okay.
Karina, do you think it's gonna be better or worse?
Worse.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it is.
That's cool. Hector, better or worse?
2021 is going to be better.
Okay, cool. Why? If you could come up with something.
I think things are slowly going to come back to normal.
Yeah.
I feel like either we're going to make a new normal or things are going to go back to normal, quote unquote. But it's definitely going to progress forward. It's not going to go backwards, I don't think. Unless some other shit happens. But I think 2020 was a year of just a lot of bad. And you have to have a balance. There's always a balance in this world. So I think 2021 is going to be.
It'll be better. I'll agree with Hector. I do think 2021 is going to be better. We're handling when in terms of the virus, particularly, we're learning how to handle it. If I was admitted to the hospital in April, I probably would have died. Like compared to like. November of 2020 where like literally they had a protocol. I had a bed. I literally had a room by myself at one point before I left. Like they didn't have beds at one point.
Luxurious.
I was literally in Montefiore Hospital. We're right across the street in Central Park. They had to make tents. Montefiore. Sorry. Not even. I wasn't even in Montefiore. So I was in Mount Sinai. You pronounce that differently. Suck my dick. Anyways, Mount Sinai. But yeah, I was in Mount Sinai, and that was literally the hospital across the street where the park is. They had the tents and shit like that. So, vaccine wise, I don't know. Hopefully, that helps out the situation. This country wise, I think there's gonna be a new normal. There's this normal that we had before is gone. This new normal will have masks. This new normal will have lower capacity in buildings. This new normal will hopefully like have people having people inside?
No, like
capacity in buildings.
Lower capacity in buildings.
Like require masks all the time.
No, you can't have that.
That bothers me a lot.
I mean, but it's not forever. This virus is,
of course, not forever.
This virus will still be here for the next 2 years. Like strong, almost like pretty strong. Like we're gonna be. I mean, like look, we did outdoor dining, but when I did indoor dining, like I had my mask on. They checked my temperature, which is personally not the most accurate way to do all that shit. But check my temp. Yeah. I go in, and then next thing I know,
no, they check your forehead.
My forehead.
I hate when they check here, bro.
They check your wrist.
Who the fuck checks your wrist?
Who checks your wrist? What?
I don't go dining. Like I've never gone dining and they check my wrist. But my church, stupid. I don't know why they like. I guess it's like to like not have any people feel some type of way because like some people don't like when they check their forehead for some reason. So they'll check here. Like, sure.
I don't know what to say to that, honestly, because I get if people feel some type of way. No, I know. I feel you. That's just It's because it's not because it's and I don't mean this about your church. It's just that there's a lot of places still having church, large gatherings, like, and I don't want to target anyone in particular, but it's just like I feel like those are the most stubborn people, understandably, because sometimes people rather have faith stronger than science. And that's just the reality of the situation when it comes to like religion. And I get it, but fuck, that sucks because it's just like, I feel like it's inaccurate, you know? And then like, you could be saving so many people. And it's just, yeah, that's really it. It's just the reality of the situation. I feel like, yeah, the masks are here for a while. The masks are here for a good while. We're adapting to it. What do? You go to your job work, you put the mask on.
Adapting to it.
Why?
I don't like a world where we are confined.
Japan has been doing it ever since.
Yeah, but they do it when they're sick, not all the time. As a courtesy, they'll wear their mask when they're sick so that they don't get other people sick. But
I get that. You mean like forever only masks? I mean, we were wearing masks at Spanish flu for a while.
Yeah, they were. I speaking of the Spanish flu, like, you know how I saw that the whole thing about like after the Spanish flu there was the Roaring 20s.
Yeah,
we're gonna wall out, so we're gonna have the Roaring 20s.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I believe that. I think shit was gonna crazy, but you know what also happened right after the Roaring 20s? Karina, you know,
me.
Great Depression. The Great Depression happened. So I don't know. I mean, I could see that happening too in this case.
That's why I said like the 2021. It's like.
It's gonna go like it might go like and then woo,
yeah,
which is literally what happens.
It's not gonna continue.
Like a small boom and then a really bump, big
and then drop.
Yeah. So that would be the second part. How long till no masks? I don't know. I mean, Hector would probably hope. I mean,
completely.
We're still gonna be wearing masks in 2022.
I think by the end of 20, like if the vaccine.
Imagine how many people just like y'all. Or maybe even Karina, who, I mean, did I say I would take it? I would probably take it by 6 months, yeah. But imagine how many people who don't want to take it and understandably see all these theories and shit like that. A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people, those same people are also a lot of people who just stay indoors, are probably working remotely, probably don't have to have contact with people, but then there's the other half.
Be nice.
How long till no masks or till masks are optional? Real quick, Karina. Give a year.
Maybe like mid 2022.
Hector?
By the end of 2021. I'm hopeful.
I think that by the end of 2021, hopefully. Yeah, that's hopeful. How long till bars and clubs
are open again?
Yeah.
Like
for me, it's 2022.
2022.
I mean, they're pretty much open now, so I can see a world.
You know what I mean?
By the end of 2020,
you know what I mean.
Yes, 2021. 2022, sorry.
2022. I don't want. I was gonna ask how do we make quarantine better. I gotta exercise more. That's how I'll make my quarantine better.
I've been doing push-ups.
Nice, every day, right?
Morning and night.
Nice. How many?
10. You know, cool. I get myself a realistic number.
It's a start.
Like,
it's a good start.
I don't fall out of. So right. I can do 10. Just do that. Just keep myself consistent. I gain a little bit of muscle here.
Musculo?
A little bit on the chest.
Right.
Hey.
So it's nice.
What about you, Karina? How do you make your quarantine better? You pick up more turnips?
Yo, you joined the game so late.
Because I didn't want to waste $400 on something I was going to use for like a month and then have no use for it.
Oh, now?
Because
What you mean?
Because I'm never going to use it now.
You would have been playing it a whole lot then.
Or whatever. I don't know. At least I'm playing it now.
But no one's playing it now.
Nobody cares. I'm playing it now.
The hype has died.
That's fine though, because like realistically, Animal Crossing, you don't need other people.
I just need myself. Me, myself, and I.
I mean,
so
I guess you'll be
turnips.
I guess you'll be playing a little slower. Maybe there's people playing. I'm sure there'll be some nerd that Karina comes across.
It's good for if you like that kind of game. But for me, like what really sold me was like how just big the community was getting and how interactive everyone was being. But the game itself, I don't care for games like that.
If you want a hardcore
I saw myself like falling out of that game.
If you want a hardcore nerd, go on Reddit and find the community.
Exactly.
If y'all don't know this, if y'all want,
That's too much for me.
I understand. Yeah, that's fine. Like, if you want a hardcore nerd and you want to find that community for you, go on Reddit. Reddit is like stacked with people, and you'll find mad people. You'll find all the friend codes available. Like that. Okay, last thing.
Quarantine better. Yeah.
Last thing. Wait, what?
Quarantine better. How would you make quarantine better?
How would I? Yeah, working out. I need to work out.
Oh, yeah,
I need to
workout,
do exercise. Yeah, I haven't been exercising. I haven't exercised legitimate exercise since like maybe the beginning of
Are
quarantine.
the gyms still open?
Yeah.
Yes, they are right now. They are right now.
She just came from work.
Yeah. You know, but I think home calisthenics, like what Hector's doing, which is like push-ups and shit like that, is really important outside of just
and then build up on it.
Yeah, because I don't want to go to a gym right now. Like I have weights and stuff, so I could use that. But I mean, calisthenics is just really good because you're really just using your body weight and you slim down from that, especially if you do like consistent reps and shit like that. Last but not least, we are changing something when it comes to the TMI podcast, and it's all Hector's fault. Hector is not going to be with us on the podcast in January 2021, but not for bad terms, for better terms. Hector will be doing other shit, so you could catch him doing other shit. You know, he still does sound. You want to hook up, you want to
You're plugging your shit.
You don't know what I was about to say, but I was about to go, not on you. I was about to go on you. I was about to go on somebody, and I was about to go hard. Ooh, I spiked. I'm looking at my audio. I just spiked so hard because I knew I wanted to say something so messy. Oh,
Hold back. It's not worth it.
I don't have the pants for it, but I might have jeans that fit tight enough. Anyways, that being said, Hector will still be on every once in a while. He'll still be like doing stuff for TMI when it comes to video. He's always welcome, no doubt. So you better still show him all the love on past episodes and maybe in the future episodes. That's one thing. Another thing is that it's mainly me and Karina now, but we're trying to figure out maybe a new drop date. So we don't know when. It might still be Wednesdays for now until we figure it out, but we're trying to figure out a new format when it comes to that. And last but not least, make sure you just still follow us on all of our social media platforms. Myself at Thank You Ed, and Karina's gonna be okay. And Hector, as per usual, Delgadillo underscore Misquad. This podcast is gonna have less dry hair now. That's all I'm going to say.
You're going to have more...
we're going to have healthier scalps in this podcast now. Well, I don't know. Karina dyes her hair a little too much.
No, it's pretty healthy.
I don't know. It's
healthy. It's healthy. Stop.
I don't know. I'm also wearing a hat. Anyways, I don't know. Did y'all hear that alarm in the back?
No.
Oh, there's a huge ass alarm. My bad. But yeah, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. We apologize for being off for a while, but it was necessary. We needed it.
We're back, baby.
But we back here. We doing the thing. We recorded. We tried to record the other day. It didn't work out. Everyone's Zoom was bugging out. They were like, I thought y'all quit. What happened? And then it worked out. But yeah, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you go subscribe to us on SoundCloud, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, on Spotify, SoundCloud, and especially on YouTube. We're still trying to hit those 100 subscribers, all on the Too Much Internet podcast. And check us out every Wednesday right now. Every Wednesday, Too Much Internet for now. And check out all of our past episodes, especially, and our new episodes and whatever else. We got some actual content that Hector's definitely still in that's coming out in January. So please check it out. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to the Too Much Internet podcast. Bye.
Bye.